So, welcome back one, welcome back all. I am Jay Atkins, joined by the man, the myth, the living legend that is Warclone. We do have a great game coming up of CoachNet versus ESC. They do have the knife round going down right now. On a map like Cash, how important is knives, Warclone?
I think it's a fairly balanced map, and I don't think teams have played it that much in officials. So I think it's still a little bit of a balanced map right now. But I mean, I think most teams prefer to start CT on most of the maps. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's on a map like that. Look at Snacks. Snacks is like, yeah, come up and get me, bitches. But yeah, on a map like Cash, starting CT side definitely does make sense. Here we go, totem being built. Snack's actually going to come down. He knows that it's basically CT advantage here, so he's got to engage and find at least one kill. He can't let the clock run down, or else he'll just lose side choice anyway. Still 40 seconds though. Now, why don't Kutcher and Blade just flank into the left and right here, because that will secure a kill. Here we go. This is Snacks is actually like he's almost like a boxer here. He's in and out like he's jabbing away. There's one kill. Oh, there we go. Bond secures side choice. So Kurt's probably going to stick CT side here, I would imagine. Taz saying, why would you buy a nade?
Well, he's a little bit upset though, because he was running around with a knife, and one of the CTs dropped the grenade after dying. And he's got like that auto change setting on, so he got his nade up so he couldn't stab. So that's a little bit unfortunate, and it shouldn't really be happening. But
no, well, I mean, ideally you want to have a clean buy, so that doesn't have the option to happen. But I don't think ESC are going to be too pissed off about that, especially in a map like Cash. I mean, Cash, like you said, it's not a map where anybody's going to have any miracle strats that you once you've pulled off, you give away the ghost, so you want to play that side second. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to say the least.
Right, so it looks like ESC for the first round will be heading over towards that A bomb site, where Kucher and Bondik is holding down the bomb site.
Yeah, let's see what they can actually do here. Tal's going to make his way in through the side door. Looks like they're going to see Bondik on the outside. He's got the 5-7 here, which is interesting. He's trying to pepper away. Not connected with anybody just yet. And he's going to take a lot of fire from the Glock of Taz. Taz securing that kill. Eventually, Kutcher and Fox are going to get two in return, though. Taz and Snacks both take down Kutcher with the headshot to Neo. Baeli going to take down Fox. Baeli with the assist from Prizrak onto Kutcher. Prizrak eventually taking down Baeli. Pasha still alive. He's going to drop Prizrak, and that is now a one-on-one. Health advantage to Blade here. Blade with the suppress USP. Can he find the kill? He can't. Pasha gets that Glock burst headshot, and that secures the pistol run for ESC. So, turned into a bit of a melee outside of B, though. Was there anything that Coach could have done differently, or was it just a case of ESC meeting them halfway?
I think that was a fairly okay round for both teams, really. It boiled down to 1v1, so I think that was pretty much no mistakes being done there by either of the teams.
Something that is worth pointing out, it's a new version of Cash here, so it's even more balanced, which, most of the changes I do agree with, actually. Like, I'm usually one of those guys who's, like, on the forum, so we're like, why have you changed this? Why would you ever change it? It does not need changing. But no, I do dig the changes. Like Train, I fucking hate. I think they need to put it back. But yeah, Cash, I can actually dig the changes. So opening kills going the way of ESC here. Kutcher and Fox both taking down early. Julie kill coming in from Snacks as well. Nicely done. Style points for that. And he gets his second Julie kill. That's going to be Bondik taken down. So 2-0 scoreline here. And only losing Pasha that round means ESC are going to have healthy bank balances moving into the first gun round, which isn't this round. It will be the next round after. On the eco here, what would you be thinking about doing as CoachNet? Just inflicting some decent cash damage?
Yeah, first of all, Bondik, a little bit weird. He picks up that AK and got a lot of health points left, and he loses at the standoff against the duelies, which is a little bit weird. But I mean, a CT on this map, you would like to stack one of the bomb sites, I think, with at least 4 of the players. What they're doing right now, they're mainly like pushing that middle area with 3 or 4 players. It's far too open. And the distance is just too big. So having the AKs and the SMGs, I think that's not a good option for Kurch to stack middle at all.
No, I was going to say they need to grab them by the belt buckle, really.
Yeah, they need to utilize positions and like set up defensive posture really and crossfires. So I don't agree with that choice, but hey, who am I to question Kurch, who just played 15-15 with Asano Dragons?
True, but then again, they should have actually picked up the victory in that game. So
true that.
Anyway, HE going up towards Bondik's position. That drops him 24. Bialy finishes him off with the AK-47. And that is going to be 3-0. But this, my friends, is where it should get interesting now because Kutcher and company will have the money to buy M4A4s. So, Warclone, we haven't done predictions yet. Actually, which way do you see this game going? I'm going to say ESC 16-12.
Kirchnet will win 16-13.
Ooh, gutsy decision. Okay.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. It's, the way they played last game, they played pretty well.
Yeah, they've got the momentum. Even though they kind of lost it at the end, they still managed to pull off a great result. Interesting fact, though, no AWPs for either of the team here in the 4th round.
Yep, and as we see, the first kill coming in from Pasha, so Pasha proving that he doesn't just need an AWP to get kills, he can do it with the AK-47 as well. Prizrak and company are slowed right down. They're not going to be pushing out here at all. Meanwhile, you tease off ESC. They're spreading and picking here, and it's not really working for them as Fox picks up that kill to Neo, so back to a 4-on-4. After getting the initial kill, ESC now back on the back foot. Taz going to get that headshot onto Bondik. Pasha going to pick up the kill onto Kutcher as well, and this is not looking good now for the guys from Kirchnet. They had the momentum there, but they've just thrown it away, and it's now a 3-on-1. 2 kills onto Taz this round and 2 onto Pasha. Bomb down. Prizrak, he's going to try and contest this. I don't know if this is a particularly good idea. It's not, and Pasha secures his hat-trick kill for the round. That was kind of a crazy move there. I don't know why he didn't think about saving, to be honest.
No, first of all, well, yeah, sometimes you want to go for the gamble and try to clutch 1 versus X situation, so I'm not going to blame him too much for that, but what they did wrong was they were stuck down to a 3v3 situation, and the 2 other teammates in Kirchnet decided to push 1v3 and just die instead of waiting for their teammates. So that's a little bit poor play by Kirchner, in my opinion.
Agreed. There was no need to be pushing around though. They could have actually just waited for a plant and then gone for a retake. They knew they'd lost position, so why you wouldn't have waited for the actual the counter rotation to come in, I'm not sure. But anyway, Pasha starting the round off. He picks up a kill down to 4 HP. Kills coming in quick and fast and furious here for ESC. Taz going to secure the last 2. That was absolute decimation. And again, Kirchnet not really using angles here with the pistols, are they?
No, not at all. But I mean, teams tend to play ecos very differently, so that's it's all down to play style. But this round we got Fox buying an AWP for middle. He wants to control that middle area so they don't get split onto the A or B bomb site.
Yes, he have pretty much anti-stratted that though with the smokes here, so they have lost control despite having that AWP. Fox hoping that somebody's going to jump up for the boost here, but as you can see, nobody jumping up as of yet, so we'll put Autodirector back on. Kutcher going to get the headshot to Neo. Prizrak with his own M4A4 headshot into Snacks as well. That means we are at a 1-man advantage for the CTs of Kirchnet right now. Taz going to bring that back to a 3-on-3 with his AK-47 kill. And as you can see, they do have control of B here, so the bomb should go down in a second after Pasha's headshot onto Kutcher as well. That's going to put the exclamation point in this round. Fox misses his AWP shot. Avoids the HE damage though. You think they're going to fall back and save here?
Yeah, Fox should do at this stage. It's 1v3 with an AWP, and that's just a weapon you don't want to go up against 3 riflers with, at least not in an after-plant situation like that. So Kirchnet a little bit overconfident maybe after pulling off that draw against the Sound of Dragons, considering they're trying for these 1 versus X situations when they don't really need to. They were only down 0-5. The game hasn't been lost, and they don't need to bring out huge plays just yet. So they're kind of wasting a lot of money here, Jay.
Yep, they're making the same mistake that Astana made at the start of the second half, where it's it's those saves that pay off late game. You get to the point where you're sort of 14-12 down. Those saves you made in the the 6th round or whatever. That's the difference between being able to drop and not. So I think a lot of teams are overlooking that. It's online play, so I suppose a lot of teams are just like, well, you just want to get frag practice in and what's not. But it's not just online. I mean, this is for placement at an actual LAN. So I think they really do need to step the game up here. Now Bialy is going to step his game up. He finds the headshot onto Blade. Bondik going to take down Snacks. Bialy dropped as well by Bondik. So that's a double kill so far this round for him. Go on, Autodirector, show me something cool. It's not going to show me anything as Neo picks up another headshot to Prizrak. So, bomb goes down. Let's switch away from Fox, see if Autodirector switches itself back on. There we go. Pasha going to open up with the AK, picks up the kill onto Fox. 2-on-2 here. And it looks like, now this is the point where they could have contested, but now they're going to save. This is just ass backwards, man.
It's yeah, maybe they've been calling out pretty much the same things as we've been discussing on the stream as well. That all right, guys, we need to calm down, stop throwing away AWPs and AKs here and there. It's not really a point. But as you were saying yourself, this is really not the round to be saving. They're up against a 2v2, and they might not known about Pasha's low HP, but still, it's a 2v2. You go for it. They're down 0-6. Go for it.
The rounds where they've thrown away needless cash that we've pointed out has been when it's like a 3-on-1 and it's, Fox with an AWP just being like, okay, I can do this, and then getting, pretty much flashed and just dominated. But no, speaking of Fox, he's going to be checking out mid again. Nothing happening for him right now. Let's take a peek at the overview. 3-2 split over towards B. Taz and company going to be on the front entrance to B. I'm not even sure what the positions are calling this map. I need to actually do some research on what everyone's calling the positions here. Now, Snack's going to get an AK headshot. Prizrak dropped Neo just before that, so 4-on-4 here. Snack's down low, though, 27 HP for him. Pasha going to be the bomb carrier. Is he still... He's falling back from B here, so... Seems like a bit of indecisiveness from ESC at this point. It's not like they're faking A at this point. Bondik's on the rotation. He's going to walk straight past Snacks if he's not careful.
Bondik's about to backstab Bialy here, over towards B.
Indeed he does, nice. It's a headshot. Taz going to turn around. Good communication from ESC. Knew exactly where Bondik was coming from. And on a map like this, communication can be the deciding factor, can it? With it being one of those maps that's not really played. If everybody's singing from the same hymn sheet, and you can actually get your point across quicker than the other team, this is one of the maps where communication really is a big factor, isn't it, Walkline?
Well, yeah, I have to agree, but in the end, communication is always the key factor. Oh, Snacks gets the backstab kill onto Fox, and it's down to 2v2, and it's fairly even here with the HP as well. And ESC going for the plan over towards that A bomb site. Now let's see if Kurch for once can go in as a unit in these situations.
Oh, Prizrak and Blade are moving at just about the same clip, but Snacks is going to cut down Blade. Beautifully positioned himself in the mid of the map, so he's probably going to find Prizrak here. Although he's turned his back to Prizrak. Prizrak going to basically secure one of the easier kills he's going to get all game here. And he's going to go for this. He doesn't have much time, so he's got to basically force this defusal here. Pasha's going to know this. He's going to play the bomb for all it's worth. Well, Prizrak moving in, secures the kill. No time for the defusal here. He's going to get out of there with his M4, though. No, he doesn't. He doesn't even escape with the M4. So yet again, another disastrous round here for Kurch. And ESC seem pretty versed here on cash, don't they?
Yeah, they're playing it out really well, and as you were pointing out, they're utilizing communications maybe to get the rounds. Maybe not as much the strats, because I haven't seen anything spectacular coming out from ESC yet. But they're playing a lot better as a unit than what I've been seeing from Kurchnet. They're really playing it out weird in these after-plant situations. They're not playing as a team at all, for my money at least. Yeah,
and with ESC, I mean, playing a sort of, holding mid-strat whilst the bomb's down and then re-rotating to retake the bomb site as T once the bomb's been planted, that's confusing to say the least, especially on a map that you might not know that well. Anyway, Neo going to open up the AK-47. He drops Kutcher. Bomb being planted on A now. Snack's going to dig in fairly deep. HE going towards Blade's position. Not needed, though, because Bialy picks up that AK-47 frag. That's going to leave Prizrak with an M4A4. He's got a flashbang, a smoke, and a HE, and a USP, so he elects to save here, which is a smart thing to do. 4-on-1. No need for actually contesting this right now, because he'll just give away about 5.5K's worth of goodies. So at this point, Walkline, can you see any way back into this for Kurchnet, or do you think it's going to be fairly one-sided domination from ESC?
It's hard to say, really. I'm basing this off of the previous game when you cast it alone. When they played the Star Dragons, they played really well, not only as a team, but as individuals. I might have been totally wrong about this map, that it was balanced. This might be an actual team map. So as long as Kurch can bounce back in the second half, they might be able to pull it back for a victory, because in the game against Star Dragons, they were kind of under after the first half, weren't they?
I was just about to make that exact point, the fact that they did come back. They weren't this far down, though. 9-0, the current scoreline in favour of the Poles. So let's take a peek at your top scorers. First place in serve is going to be Pasha, 10-2-3. Second place belongs to Bialy, 7-1-4. In fact, first place will go to Taz, in fact, 11-0-5. So, speaking of Taz, his reign of terror continues with that AK headshot onto Bondik. Bialy going to pick up a kill to close the gap onto Taz. Second one as well as he drops Fox. And a third one. Decimating Blade. Prizrak with his save from last round. The only member of KirchNet with weaponry here. And he's going to go for this. Bomb down. He's going to be backstabbed here. And that's going to be the second kill of the round for Taz. So 2 that round for Taz, 3 for Bialy. And really, this has been the Taz and Bialy show so far. You can see it. I mean, Pasha's had his moments as well, but those are the 2 deciding factors here for ESC. What would you do to neutralise them? I mean, Taz is obviously, you know, quite hard to neutralise. Bialy, not as hard, though. They can flash his position out where he's been playing. I mean, he's been playing more sort of towards, as you can see, towards A. They could neutralise him with flashbangs, couldn't they, through mid if they go B?
Yeah, I would like to see more offensive play coming out from KirchNet, because that one round they nearly won. They played it out really offensive and pushed all the way into the garage in middle. And it looks like they're doing somewhat of the same right now. Kutcher all the way up into nearly inside the gate right now. So they need to like kind of catch ESC by surprise here, because the defensive posture that they've been utilizing most of the game hasn't been working out for them at all.
No, they do need to mix it up. Now, Fox is going to mix it up with that AWP. He's going to take down Taz. Bondik's managed to make his way up onto the catwalk on mid as well, so he secures a kill with that M4A4. That's going to be Snacks digging 5.56 out of his chest. Kutcher and Prizrak playing pretty passively still, though, as you can see. Neo going to be taking that bomb over towards B, so it's going to be up to Bialy to defend here. Finds that frag onto Kutcher. He's not going to find the one onto Fox. I was going to say, it looked like ESC had B under control there for a second, but with Fox digging in at the back, he shows himself just in time. Neo going to be dropped with the bomb. And Pasha taken down. So first round on the ball for the Ukrainians. That's going to be a huge confidence booster here, isn't it, Walkline?
It's going to be, yeah. Then they changed up their play quite by a lot as well. They got Fox with the AWP over towards that A bomb side, playing it deep. And at the same time, they're playing it offensively in mid with Kutcher all the way up on the gates there. So let's see if they decide to go for the same setup now, even though ESC would probably expect it right now.
They would expect it, but expecting it and stopping it are 2 different things. Now, they are going to stop it. Bondik caught trying to get his jump up onto the catwalk again. Pasha and Taz going to pick up kills. Blade does take down Neo, and it looks like he's going to drop for the second one to Taz as well. Can he find the third one here? He does find the third one. Beautifully done. And a fourth. He's on for the ace here. Oh, Scumbag Fox steals it. He could have left that for him. Then again, when you're 10-1 down, there's no leaving aces lying around, is there?
Nah, you don't really, you can't really afford it. Take notice that Blade only had 1 kill before that round, but man, did he step up that round. Did you catch the action over at your end?
I did, yeah. We caught all 4 kills, so thank you very much, Alter Director. Actually coming through for once. So, Bialy and company. They've lost 2 on the trot here. That's not going to stress them too much, as you can see with the bank balances 8-5, 8-8, 6-8, 5-1, 6-1. So they got plenty of cash here. Fox misses his shot with the AWP. In fact, did he miss? Yeah, he did miss. He didn't tag anybody though. He's down to 58 HP as well, but he's got the AWP, so missing health not that big of a factor when you've got the AWP. It's missing the shot that's the important thing. That Heishi is going to find Fox though, and it's going to kill him. So that missing health did turn out to be a factor in the end. Bialy dropped though by Bondik. He's going to use that catwalk to full effect here. Let's take a peek at the overview real quick. ESC somewhat spread here, and it's starting to looks like KirchNet is starting to figure that out, because they've pushed past the sort of, you know, the line of scrimmage, so to speak, and they've managed to get a 1-man advantage because of that. And so, in fact, sorry, no, they don't actually, because Kutcher was dropped early. So yeah, my bad.
It's all up to Prizrak though. He's stuck on this B bomb site up against the bomber and a teammate right now.
Oh, Neo looks like he's going to get that kill. Indeed, he does. Second kill this round for Neo. Bondik starting to rotate through. Last man here for KirchNet. He's got to go for this. They can't afford to give up any more rounds. Especially got to go for it whilst there's only 2 of them on site. But Neo picks up his hat-trick kill. And I think this is the difference here. It's just the level of play between the individuals, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's they're pretty much losing all the duels here. 1 versus 1 against ESC. It's nearly always ESC coming out on top. And KirchNet didn't have a lot of money now. They're on that semi-buy, so they really need to pick up this round. If not, they're stuck on, I think, $1,500 for that last round. So a little bit of a gamble here by KirchNet, but at this stage, they really need to gamble.
Well, Fox with the first kill. Neo does manage to capitalise on the fact that Fox had to bolt off his next bullet, though, so back to a even advantage. In fact, yep, advantage now in favour of Taz. He picks up that AK kill. Bondik going to reply into Snacks, though. He's going to get the second kill with that FAMAS as well. He drops Neil. The bomb does go down, though, so Taz has a 2-on-1 here with the bomb ticking in his favour, but he's obviously way down in health as well. 34 plays 43 and 8 health on Kutcher and Bondic, respectively. Kutcher going to move in with his P250, and they're going to flank him from both sides. In fact, I was going to say that could have gone drastically wrong, though, but Taz didn't get his AK around just in time. That was smart play, though, from Kutcher and Bondic, wasn't it?
It was indeed. I mean, they went for that gamble buy as well, which paid dividends, because not only did they get that vital third round of the first half, but they also got a lot of money now to buy pretty much everything they need for the last remaining round as well. If they lose this, they can still bounce back to make it a draw at least, considering they can lose the pistol round in the second half. So interesting to see if they manage to pick up this last round, because 11-4 on a T-sided map, if it is, it's not hard to come back from.
No, it's not impossible, especially on a map that's sort of as underplayed as Cash is. No, Fox missing a big ARP shot though that should have been taken. He's now down to 11 HP, so the round not starting off well here for Kirchnet. Let's take a quick look at your overview and see exactly what we've got going on. Taz all the way onto mid. He's going to bump into Bondic here. Good flash though. So obviously ESC have done the homework here for Cash. Fox going to be rushed down as well. Taz going to pick up his second kill of the round. It looks like we are going to see Neo with the headshot as well. So that leaves just Kutcher to find with 48 HP. That nade could... if he hadn't moved, it might have got the kill, but Taz secures his third kill of the round with the pistol. And that's a 12-3 half. So 12-3, like you said, not insurmountable, but it is an uphill struggle, isn't it, Warclown?
It's pretty much one of the hardest comebacks to get in the second half. I mean, 3 rounds is pretty much the minimum you need to get back into and at least secure that draw. But I don't know. As you were saying as well, the flashes and the coordination of the ESC team seems a little bit hard to take them down right now. Kirchnet, coming off of that draw from the last game, which should have been a good game for them, a good result for them, all things considered. They were, I don't really remember the scoreline, but what was it, 15-... When did the Asana Dragons get back into the game?
It would have been 14-11, I think. No, 15-11. Yeah, they already had a game point on the board, so it was 15-11, and then we saw 4 runs and the bounce for Astana. So Kirch did kind of fold under the pressure towards the end. And like you said, maybe they came into this game with confidence a little bit too high, considering they'd just drawn against one of the better teams. I think maybe if this was another map other than Cash, they might have had a better run of it, but ESC seem to have put the work in on Cash, and I don't think most teams have. So indicative of that was that flash rush from Taz, which was coordinated with, I'm not sure who threw the flash, but whoever threw it was basically rehearsed that move with Taz numerous times. Anyway, second half underway here. First kill coming in from Bondic onto Taz. We are going to see Prizrak pick up the second one to Neo as well. So, not exactly the start that ESC would have been looking for, but this is exactly what Kirchnet need to be doing here, isn't it, Warclan?
It is indeed, and they're being dropped low left and right now. They're still in a 4v3, but Bondic and Fox only got 17 HP combined. They really need to get this guy on bomb site right now, but Pasha picks up a kill, and it's a little bit of a hard situation right now for Kirch, I think, even though they got one-man advantage. It's going to be a hard round for them to win right now.
Yep, especially considering that the advantage they had has now been turned to a disadvantage. Well, in part because of Pasha's heroics. Snacks also picked up a nice USP 1 bullet into the top of the dome as well, so that brought it back to a 2-on-2 here. Kirchnet have made a positional gain here on B, so they are going to get the bomb down. That will almost act like half a member of the T team if they play it correctly.
Oh, nice headshot coming on to Snacks though, putting him down to only 9 HP, so back in the driving seat right now, Kirch.
Yep, indeed, but as you can see, Bailey's actually made his way over towards the site, and he's got the cover of the low wall. Going to pick up the USP headshot, and that is going to be the defusal, so ESC, from what looked like a run that should have been Kirchnet's twice there was 2 occasions where they were 4-on-2 at one point, and then the others had the 2-on-2 there with the bomb down. They could have won that twice over, really, couldn't they, if they would have managed to maintain the composure?
Yeah, that was a round that should have gone Kirchnet's way, but in the end, ESC clutching it and picking up that round, which means we will be looking at a 14-3 scoreline probably before Kirchnet can even buy weapons. So that's a uphill struggle, isn't it?
It definitely is. I think Piston in the Wind comes to mind at this point. CoachNet probably playing for rounds here. Now, speaking of playing and Piston in the Wind, they do run straight at Pasha, who picks up 3 kills. Those pistols right now about as much use as an ashtray on a motorcycle. Bondic, the last man standing. Let's see exactly where he is. So he's going to boost himself onto the catwalk. What can he do with this P250? He's got a nice... I do like that Gunsmoke skin, actually. It's one of the less garish skins. Most of them pretty ugly. It's like, you know, they make my eyes want to bleed.
Yep.
So Pasha going to bump straight into him here. Opens up with the M4A4, and that was 4 kills that round on the Eco Bash of Pasha. So that's going to make his KDR look a lot more respectable. As you can see on the scoreboard, first place Taz, 21 and 10. Second place Pasha, 18, 3 and 7. And third place honours go to Bialy, 14, 2 and 8. Warclown, that tells the story better than any analysis could. Top 3 scorers, all from ESC. In fact, nearly all top 5 players in server from ESC at this point.
Yeah, well, it's a 14-3 scoreline, so you would pretty much expect it. Oh, Taz and Neo just putting the nail in the coffin, getting backed up by Pasha as well. 2 versus 5 here, 1 versus 5. It's all up to the Blade Runner.
Yep, game point looking like it's tantalizingly close here for ESC. What can Blade do here? I don't particularly fancy his chances of even securing another kill. I don't think ESC are going to come from... Well, there's the kill, so that's 2 this round for him. He would have to pull off the ace to secure the round and keep CoachNet in this. It's not going to happen, though. Bialy, M4A1 to the chin. And that is game point here for ESC. So CoachNet at this point now, any further rounds they can pick up are just gravy. They're obviously not going to draw this game, are they, Warclown?
Nah, most of them were on about 2-4 or 2-5. That means probably Galil's in hand and not all of the equipment that they want. We even got a scout here, I think, on Bondic. So that paints a picture of what CoachNet needs to do, they have to do to get back into the game. It's not going to be easy for them at all.
Nope, especially not with Bialy and holding down this ace site as hard as he is right now.
We've underestimated you, Blade Goes.
Now, what can Blade do? AK, so he does have some firepower here. Can he get his kill into Neo? He can. Neo and Snacks link up for that frag with the M4A1. And that is now a 4-on-3. Bondic still alive, though, with that scout. He has managed to take down Pasha. Let's put that to good use here. Most people tend to think the only reason you would ever buy a scout is if you know, you want to move that a little bit faster. Tags as well, so Taz does secure that kill eventually. And it is now a 3-on-2. Bomb still up on Kutcher, though. Oh, here we go. Snacks, you sly devil. That's going to be GG. So, Warclown, that was an impressive performance from ESC. You think they've gone a long way to sort of silence some of the critics with that performance?
Yeah, they considering CoachNet's latest game against the Sound of Dragons, they should be pretty happy about that result. Even though it's a little bit of a, well, not a map that's being played a lot, but I mean, they still played 16-3 versus a team that drew against the Sound of Dragons, so they should be happy. Let's hope ESC can bounce back. I mean, it's one of the legendary teams from 1.6, and they kind of deserve to be one of the top teams as well in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, because you know that this team has always worked hard. They put down the time to practice, and really just a team that attended every single event back in 1.6. It's been sad, really, to see them fall so far down on the rankings, really. Yeah,
and it's not like they haven't been dedicated in Go either. I mean, they've put in boot camps, they've attended plenty of tournaments. It's just they haven't found that form in Go yet. I will say this though: the past 2 to 3 weeks have shown improvement for them. But then again, everybody else has started improving as well. I mean, you've got Astana Dragon stepping up to the plate. Very Games, of course, have always been solid. Navi are improving all the time as well. So there's, you know, I wouldn't say new blood in the scene because it's all the same players, but they're just, you know, you have those ebbs and flows where certain teams are dedicated at certain points, and then, you know, all of a sudden that sort of motivation will disappear and their game will drop. Another team will pick up the slack then and see an opportunity. They will start practicing harder. So I think if ESC picked the moment, they could actually make some decent waves in the actual CSGO scene. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take a brief break. Warclown, are you sticking around for the next game, or are you done for the evening, buddy?
I'm kind of done for the evening, bro.
No problem, mate. No problem. It's all cool, man. It was nice to have you on for the one cast that we did. So, Warclown's going to bid me adieu. And I'm going to see if I can find somebody else. I think Hodds G might be around at this time, but I'm not going to promise that.
Nice.
I know he's been working quite hard though, so maybe he wants to chill out for the evening. I'll see if I can get somebody else on who has some decent CS:GO knowledge and can do some colour for me anyway. So don't go anywhere, keep it locked. What will be the next game? Actually, I'm not even certain. Let me check hltv.org and see what we've got scheduled. In fact, I can check my Reddit post, I suppose.
Navi Kirchner is playing, so
That'll be the game.
A good game. Yeah.
Yep. So that'll be the game starting. Well, should have started 15 minutes ago, but obviously with Kirchnet just getting out of this one, they will want a 10-minute break in between games. So I would say come back in 5 to 10 minutes for Navi versus Kirchnet.